get a chance to save money. Camera had cut off temporarily. Pretty soon it'll be time to buy an SD card to stop it from cutting off. Because I know you're like, God damn, Alex, you always do this in the middle of the video. And The Rock says, let The Rock lay the smack down on the jabroni's candy ass if you smell what The Rock is cooking. Yeah, I just like to do the impersonations with the sunglasses. Back to the story, or should I say video presentation. And you see, we never get to do that. Now, self-improvement, on the other hand, self-improvement is, there's two realizations of reality you must understand. The first one you must understand is that all the women that you find physically, sexually attractive, the women you try to go after but you got rejected by, they're unavailable. And they're unavailable because they're messing with God, or should I say they're being entertained. They're being entertained by men who are professional basketball players, professional football players, professional baseball players, soccer players, tennis players, guys that do boxing and mixed martial arts, actors and television and film, guys that are songwriters, film producers, film directors, music producers, guys that are rock stars, guys that are rap artists in the music industry. They're being entertained by these guys. And what you must realize that it may seem like, and it may feel like that for about 5 years that you're doing self-improvement, you know, it's supposed to be 3 minimum, 5 years maximum. But to be on the safe side, we're going to say that self-improvement can go from 5 to 10 years. You know, and you see, those women are being entertained by those guys. Now, it may feel like 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and 365 days a year, it may feel like, and it may seem like you're just not getting laid. And I did say in my other videos, and I did say in the other video 2 days ago, I said specifically that for the first 2 to 3 years of self-improvement, you're going to be forced to mess with women that you do not find physically, sexually attractive. And then in some special cases, it could take 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years. So self-improvement can last 5 to 10 years. 5 years minimum, 10 years maximum. So you can self-improve yourself in 5 years. You can self-improve yourself in 7 years. You can self-improve yourself in 10 years. There's no timetable on when you decide to self-improve yourself. As for fame and fortune, however, when these guys get around your age, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 years old, all of a sudden they're broke. All of a sudden they don't have no more money. All of a sudden these men are not able to physically, sexually attract the women that they got laid by 10 times over. All of a sudden these women disappear just like that out of thin air. And these women will slowly but maturely come after you because they will naturally assume that you're just like the same type of men that she just kicked to the curb. She'll assume that you have money, looks, and status. She will naturally assume that. And you see, the vast majority of women don't understand the difference between being rich and famous and self-improvement. They think self-improvement is being rich and famous, and they think being rich and famous is self-improvement. Both entities sound the same, but they're different. See, self-improvement is forever because you have to put so much work into yourself. You know, you gotta self-improve your clothes, your shoes. When you go to the gym, you gotta self-improve your fitness. When you save a lot of money in the bank, the more money you save in the bank, the more you improve, the more you graduate to the next level and the next level and the next level and the next level. There is no limit in self-improvement. When you get a car, you might fix the car up. You're putting work and self-improvement into your car. You get a house, you have to build the house up. You got to put some work and self-improvement into the house. There is no limits in self-improvement. You can self-improve yourself until the day you grow old and the day you die. As for rich and fame, as for fame, like Hollywood says, fame only lasts 15 minutes. So in 5 to 10 years, these guys that were making millions of dollars, these guys that made 20 million, 30 million, 40 million dollars, they go broke in 10 years because they keep spending millions of dollars on everything. Houses, cars, clothes, girls, parties, and they never think about saving their money. And you know some people like this. Some of your favorite rap artists are victims of this. Nas, 50 Cent became a victim of it. And how do you think a lot of these guys feel when they got to pay child support? That takes more money out of their pocket. So being rich and famous has a big, and I mean a big price to pay. See, with self-improvement, if you're a mentally tough man, you will be able to accept the fact that in 5 to 10 years, you're going to physically and sexually attract women you thought was never possible. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to get supermodels, fitness models, booty models, actresses in television and film, the news lady. You might get the cheerleader. You might get the queen. That doesn't mean you may not get those women. What that means is you're going to get the next generation of women. See, the women you couldn't get when you were in high school, college, at work, at the gym, in 5 to 10 years, those women will be fat, out of shape, ugly dinosaurs. You've seen the movie Jurassic Park World, right? You've seen Jurassic World, you've seen Jurassic Park. Well, those women will become ancient dinosaurs. And those women will come after you because they will assume that you have money, looks, and status. And you will be able to get the attention of women from the ages of 18 to 27, or from the ages of 18 to 29, which one you prefer. You will get the next generation of women. But the women from your past will come after you when the basketball player goes broke, when the football player goes broke, when the baseball player, the soccer player, and the tennis player is broke. Those women will come after you for the same reasons. And you see, what you must accept about self-improvement is that there's going to be a lot of painful sacrifices to be made. You can self-improve yourself in 3 years. You can self-improve yourself in 5 years. You can self-improve yourself in 10 years. Self-improvement is forever until the day you die. Being rich and famous, it doesn't last forever. You might be rich and famous for 5 years. You might be rich and famous for 10 years. Hell, you're lucky if you can be rich and famous for 15 years. But when the powers of B decides that it's time for it to be over, that person gets stripped of their status, their money gets taken from them, and they go back to being a normal person, and the women just disappear. And then those women come after you and me. So that is the difference between self-improvement versus fame. Women think they're the same, but they're different. And I'm trying to tell you, you will get a huge satisfaction when you self-improve yourself compared to being rich and famous. Rich and famous at this point, it's now considered a shortcut to the top of the mountain versus hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. So I didn't want to make this video too long. Until next time, peace.